Turn the bass up.
I got the profit up. I always double up. It ain't nothing, bro. It ain't nothing, bro.
Watching this movie will make you think maybe twice about going to McDonald's. Hey everyone, we are going over The Founder. This was the 2016 biopic that was directed by John Lee Hancock and written by Robert Siegel. This movie is about the creation of McDonald's. Now, don't get me wrong, this movie was great. Michael Keaton was hands down absolutely amazing as, I guess you could say, the movie's antagonist, Roy Kroc, who started out originally as a milkshake salesman and it finds himself in the midst of a restaurant called McDonald's, who was run by Maurice Mack and Richard Dick McDonald. They give him a tour of the restaurant, and Kroc falls in love with this, I can't say franchise at this moment, but the restaurant itself. He comes around to telling the brothers, you guys need a franchise. But this was, somewhere around the 50s, I believe. And they said that they tried, and they couldn't get the rest of the franchisees to follow a particular menu. Like in Arizona, they were selling burritos. Other places were selling fried chicken. When at the time it was hamburgers, fries, milkshakes, and drinks. And that was it. And they decided to do the walk-up idea to get rid of the riffraff of the drive-in, where they'd have a lot of what you call the greasers back in the day, and get rid of like the jukebox, the cigarette machines, so that it'd be a more family-friendly environment. So anyway, long story short, they eventually sign Ray Kroc on as kind of a franchise expander. And from there, he starts getting all these big ideas in his mind, and he tries to run them through the brothers because in his original contract, he couldn't do any changes without their say-so. And there was a lot of no's. They were very conservative in how they wanted to run their business, as where Kroc saw the bigger picture of expanding, and eventually starts going over the brothers and finds a way to start getting control over Dick and Mac, the original founders of McDonald's, as well as getting control over all his franchisors that bought into the McDonald's that expanded quickly around the U.S. And that's by going through real estate and owning the land and leasing it out to people who want to set up a franchise and wherever they want to go, which gives Ray more power. And once this real estate thing was implemented, that's really when McDonald's started booming back in the day, and Ray was making money hands over fists and was eventually able to work out of his contract between Dick and Mac, which kind of left them with no power. And towards the end, how Ray ultimately takes over the whole restaurant idea and the name McDonald's, you're just kind of like, wow, this guy was really power hungry. But it's one of those ones where it leaves you feeling kind of like, how do I feel about this? Because this guy was smart, but man, did he underhand a lot of people at the same time. I'm not going to say it's like a masterclass in business because it's just a biopic of what really happened. But for what Ray Kroc did with McDonald's here in the real world, it's something definitely to watch and see how business was handled now back in the day compared to now. Highly, highly recommend it. I was kind of on the fence because I saw bits of it on TikTok and I didn't know how to feel about it. I finally sat down, and it was surprisingly right now at the time of this recording on Tubi, which is a free app. So if you don't want to go out and rent it, wow, that shows my age. Or if you don't want to try to find it on a pay streaming app for this time being, check it out on Tubi. Highly recommend it. Let me know what y'all think of the movie down in the comments below.